Blah, 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 blah. JessesBlog, episode 5, coming to you live. It's your host, Dive. I am alive. I'm out here trying to survive. That's right, folks. If you listen closely to the words I just said, I changed my name legally. I legally changed my name to Dive to keep that sequence alive. Oh my God. It rhymed. And it is the time. That's right. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. How do I know what you're thinking? Because I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking right now. You're saying, yo, Jesse, where you been? You haven't done a log. You haven't done a blog. You haven't made smog. You haven't touched a frog. Where have you been? And I'm going to tell you like 2 Chainz. I'm getting money. Where the fuck you been, fool? No, I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here trapping. You know how I do. No, but really, I know you're listening to me right now. You're clapping your hands. You're giving me a standing ovation. You're expecting me to take a bow. You know why? Because me, personally, the person I am an actor. That's where I've been, folks. I've been acting. I've been doing a play. And I know what you think. Look at me. I'm a psychic. I know again what you are thinking. You were doing a play, and that takes up all your time. You can't even spare a half hour to do a podcast. That's what you've been doing. You've been acting. And the answer is no. Okay? But there's a couple things you have to understand about me. And a couple of them are going to be exposed right now. Number 1. When I'm occupied, I'm freaking occupied, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm doing nothing, I'm doing nothing to the fullest extent. Like, I'm just sitting in a chair somewhere for 20 hours if I'm doing nothing, right? But if I'm doing something, I don't care if I'm doing that something for 10 minutes out of the day. The rest of the day, I'm thinking, I'm stressing, I'm plotting, I'm planning. But I'm not podcasting, if you know what I'm saying. So, that being said, hold on. When you're recording this, Monday. Hold on. School hours? Yes. Hold on. In school? No. One more thing I'm going to expose to myself, to you, the listener. I have stomach issues, okay? I don't know how you feel as a human being. I don't have your feelings. But me, whatever they say nausea is, I have that constant. I'm always nauseous. Rarely during the time of life am I not nauseous. I don't know what it is. Maybe my stomach feels that I'm always on a cruise or something. But I'm always feeling nauseous, right? So I have to survive that throughout my daily life. Every day of my life, I feel nauseous. I got to do what I got to do. I'm fine with that, okay? But the thing about always being nauseous is, if I you know how some people get stomach aches and they're like, oh, my stomach. I woke up and my stomach hurts. I'm like that every day. So when the extra little actual stomach hurt, not the regular feeling nauseous all the time hurt, it's like extra. You know what I'm saying? So since I always have stomach pains, if I get the extra stomach pains, then I'm completely incapacitated. You know what I'm saying? So if a person wakes up in the morning and they say, oh, my stomach hurts a little, but I can still do things throughout the day, tell you what, I can't, okay? Because I got 2 versus year 1. I'm up. Also, I can't really walk, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. Aside from being an actor, which I'll talk about later, I'm also a football player, okay? And by football player, I mean, starting 2 weeks ago, every Sunday, I play a pickup game for a couple hours. And during that pickup game, yesterday, which was Sunday, I guess I didn't stretch because of, I didn't stretch. And just in the middle of the game, my thigh just starts killing me. And I literally, when I move my leg, I have to lift it with my hands. Like, if I don't do that, my thigh just, like, it really hurts to move. And you know how I do in school. Not only do I have to sit down for hours on end, so if my stomach hurts, I can't do that. But also, I can't move, and my first period class is gym. And I don't know about you, but I take that shit seriously. So if I don't have my A game, I'm putting up the shingles or whatever sayings are. Anyway, time to talk about how I'm an actor. Okay. So I was in this play called Midsummer's Night Dream at my school, as players do. Know what I'm saying? Real player, pimp, what is POC? Pimp squad click. You know what I'm saying? That's what T.I. says. Anyway, that's what real players do. Not mean pimping. So I'm over here doing this play, whatever, Midsummer's Night Dream, Shakespeare. If you know something about me, another thing I'm about to tell you, I'm dyslexic as hell, y'all. I can't read. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you give me a sentence, I'll probably just misshape some of the words. I'll just put a word here, put the other word over here, completely not say what a paper says. So when you mix that with Shakespeare, which off the rip doesn't make sense, my mind, it really can't process that. So since I am handicapped, if you saw my performance, you would say, wow, this guy's the man, okay? Because I did pretty good, especially relative to these other fools who just, if they know their lines, they just say them. And if they don't know their lines, they, I don't know, mess up or whatever. Me, I knew most of my lines, and I actually acted. I was flailing my arms. I was doing little player accents, you know what I'm saying, playing around with accents. I was moving my body in a weird fairy-like way because I was playing a fairy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a pretty good actor. And before I start talking about what these other people are doing with their lives, I'm going to say this. See, Shakespeare rhymes, right? So, oh yeah, fun thing. I'm a sidetrack. That's what I do, y'all. I sidetrack. Anyway, so while I'm stressing about memorizing these lines for the play, that they rhyme, so it should be easy for me to remember, but I can't really remember. In my off time, when I'm stressing about not knowing these things, I'm listening to rap music and memorizing these songs. So when I need to comfort myself about not knowing my lines, I'll just rap something that I memorized. So I thought that was pretty funny the other day. So anyway, when I practice my lines, I spit them on like bars. You know what I'm saying? I treat this like I'm rapping to help me remember, because I remember rap songs. So I got to give a long, very important speech at the end of the play, because that's what my character does at the end of the play. And, I felt like being a dramatic actor instead of a playful actor. So instead of or however I regularly say things, I was gonna be like turn. I don't know the words because that was like a couple days ago, but you get the drift. I was trying to do a slower cadence for dramatic effect. And what that did was, one, people laughed, I guess. Either, I don't know, I'm self-conscious. I feel like they laughed at me because they felt that I forgot my words because I wasn't saying them quickly enough. Could not be it. Could be it. Either way, that's exactly what happened. I was saying it slow, which I didn't practice. I practiced saying it fast. So when I was alone saying it fast, I remember all the words, right? So when I slowed it down, I didn't know the words. But I'm a pimp. I'm a great actor. I played it off. You know what I'm saying? I just went straight to the last line so I don't mess up someone's cues. Speaking of messing up cues, this kid in the play, honestly, I'm not a violent person, but if I were to punch somebody, I feel like I would punch him. Because this dude, okay, so we did this play 3 days in a row. And the first day, this guy decides to not know any of his lines. And then that just messed himself up. That didn't really do much for me, but embarrassed me to be on stage with a person who not one line, not one word of his whole scene was known. He just stood up there and what's my line? The whole time, right? Unprofessional. Second day of the play, right? This dude knows 3 words, which, yeah, I guess progress was made, but, still, he sucked. So he knew 3 words. So then that messed up my cues because the wrong words were said, which would cue my words to say. So when he would be like, okay, I'm done saying all the wrong lines, he would just stop talking, and then it would look like I'm fucking up because I'm not saying words when really I'm waiting for him to get his shit together. So that messes me up. Second of all, he does that to multiple people, fucks them up. Third of all, at the end of the play, there's a big dance, then he goes on stage. This man goes on stage before the dance, right? So again, he goes up there, does this whole forgot my lines thing. And then everyone's looking for me, even though I'm not supposed to be up there. But since he's up there, they think I'm supposed to be up there. So then I run up there, fuck up my lines, because this dude's putting me on the spot when I shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm mad at that. Anyway, this dude, okay, you know what? I made a mistake. I admit, I was chilling backstage. I was clowning with my friends, doing what I do. Next thing you know, I hear this guy's voice, and I'm like, whoa, he's on stage? When he's on stage, I'm supposed to be on stage. So I missed my line. Anyway, but, right, in the scene, I'm supposed to be giving him flowers, right? So he steps on scene, says 3 lines, I come out with flowers. Anyway, he's out there for like a minute, I heard, struggling, not knowing what to do, because I'm not there, of course. My bad, I guess. So what I do is I improvise, because I'm a funny guy. I went out there, and I say, I was looking all over the forest for these flowers. You know what I'm saying? And then the crowd loved it. They cracked up. So in my mind, my bad, but also I made up for it. You know what I'm saying? I made people laugh. So only half my bad, y'all. You know what? 0.4. If we round up, no. 0.4 my bad. So we don't even round up for that. Not even my bad. Barely, okay? This dude, the last play, after he fucked up so much, fucked up everybody else's shit, he did so many bad shit. And of course, this dude, he's like an asshole. So when I tell him, yo, you know what I'm saying, rehearse this. So you, first of all, you know your lines. Second of all, you know when to say your lines. Third of all, you know where and when to be on stage. Fourth of all, you know what to, like, this dude doesn't know math. Like, he honestly doesn't know math. This dude, in the play, I give him 2 flowers. He gives me back 1. And I wish I could have counted how many times I had to explain that to him. But it was countless amounts of times that I said, I give you 2 flowers, you give me 1. I give you 2 flowers, you give me... And he's, wait, so, who has the flowers? Who gives it to who? How many? Blah, blah. And then every single time we ran the scene, he either didn't give me any flowers, so I had to grab them out of his hands, or he gave me both, so then that fucked up someone else's, because they were supposed to get his flower. So, like, this dude's a piece of shit. Anyway, I tell him, yo, you gotta rehearse your lines, you gotta blah, 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 learn this, whatever, blah, blah. This dude gets mad at me like I fucked him up. He's like, yeah, I just gotta know my lines, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. But then he keeps fucking up. So it's obviously not the case, right? Anyway, because I did my 0.4 mistake, the teacher's telling me to apologize. When this motherfucker is yelling at me, you know what I'm saying, talking about, I just gotta know my lines. Like, no, you gotta not be a little bitch. That's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But also, right, this dude has the nerve right? The nerve, the audacity to look me in my face and say, you better not fuck up like you did yesterday. Dude, you gotta be on stage. Dude, you can't just leave me hanging like that, bro. You gotta be on stage. You can't be fucking up. And I want to be nice to y'all because he's a dumb person. You gotta be nice to dumb people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're like being just a nerd and like this dude just nerding out. Like he's just doing the weirdest, just lame stuff. I don't even know what he's doing backstage, but it's in front of me and it's mad awkward. He's lame as hell. No one likes him. Funny story. We're all freestyle rapping in the back, right? Trying to loosen up for the show. As soon as he walks up, everybody stops. So that's how lame this dude is. Anyway, this man is looking me in my face, telling, oh, you better not fuck up. You better not do what you did yesterday. Blah, blah, blah. So, I'm saying, you know what? I'm about to treat this dude's life. So I say, are you going to fuck up your lines like you did yesterday? Don't talk to me about scene 6. Right? I said it like that. I said very aggressive because scene 6 is when I point 4 fucked up. Anyway, this guy looks me in the face. He says, really, dude? Whoa. And then he keeps walking, like pacing the room, but then like looking me in the face. And I have to not look at him in the face because why would I look at him in the face? Like what are you doing? You know, so that like unprofessional actors, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard to get work in this town, okay? So when I do get work and I get these unprofessional amateurs, it's like, come on, brah. No, but seriously, I love acting. I feel like that's my new passion now because getting makeup done was swagged out. I'm sitting on a chair, right? Whatever, getting my makeup done. That was fly. I felt like a pimp. You know what I'm saying? You know how pimps get you know how Snoop Dogg gets manicures and perms? I felt like that. I felt like a pimp getting dressed for my pimp day. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, it was just fun. Made new friends. Made the crowd. Whenever I kept hearing people say, you know what I'm saying, people say, yo, you did good. Yo, you took the show away. Yo, you was a great actor. Blah, blah, blah. Tell me I'm a great actor. And I just love that feedback. You know what I'm saying? So if you listen to this, go ahead and tweet me or something at GoodAtJesseW on Twitter. I don't know. Comment, Facebook, whatever. All the joints are there on the website that you're listening to this through, unless you're on iTunes. That's pretty fly too. But go ahead and tell me, yo, I love your podcast. I love your blogs. Because there's nothing more that I love than people saying that I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, need that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've been being an actor. Hey, you know what? This whole podcast thing, right? It's just me talking. How about you say something? How's your day? No, that's not how this works. Anyway, these kids, they were telling me that they don't have sexual desires, that they don't really get horny, they don't really care about, like, girls or, you know, whatever, that they just rather play sports or watch a nice TV show or whatever. And that, honestly, y'all, freaked me out. Because let me explain something to you, right? This is how I accept gay people. Not like it's a challenge for me to accept gay people, because they exist, right? But this is how I understand. Because, you know, some people are like, I don't get it. You like dicks, and you have one? Like, what? Like, I understand. Some people are like, you're not born that way. You choose to want dicks because you're weird. Like, I understand, right, that if I see a pretty girl, all right, let me just dive deep into this shit. I was explaining to my friends, right, that, okay, there's this girl, right? She says something dumb. And then my friend wants to argue with her, right? And I explained to him, if a ugly girl walks up to you and says, the sky is purple, or something dumb, you're not going to argue with her. You're going to look at her, you're going to have a weird look, look at me right now, through the audio, look at me, this face, right? You're going to look at her, 1, 2, 3, walk away. You don't care. Okay, ugly girl, think the sky is purple. You're dumb. Who cares? But if there's a girl who you deem attractive or you just care about, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, the sky's not purple, it's blue. What are you talking about? And then she's going to be like, no, it's purple. Ha ha ha. And you're going to be like, why do you think it's purple? And she's going to be like, oh, I don't know. I don't think. I'm just a good-looking girl. Ha ha ha. It's purple. Ha ha. And you're going to genuinely care about that conversation. You're going to be like, no, it's blue. I swear to God, it's blue. Just look, it's blue. So that being said, if I see a good-looking girl, I have a girlfriend. She is good-looking. So, good example, I saw a good-looking girl. I said, I want that. You know what I'm saying? That, and just like my friend arguing with a girl that he thinks is pretty because she said something dumb, you know what I'm saying, that shouldn't even be argued, but, you still argue because you're like, whoa, she looks good. Let me try to explain to her that I'm smart and I know the sky's blue, because that they are girls and just something in us beyond rationality, right? Just you don't even think about it. You don't even say, that's a girl, she's pretty, I want to talk to her, I want to hug her or something, whatever. That's just in you. It's just whoa, boobs, I want her, it's whatever. You're a dude, right? That's just your natural shit, Some girls, they'll see shoes, right? Oh my God, I don't care that they're $500 and I'll wear them once. Those are nice shoes, Some things you just don't think about. And that's gay people, you know what I'm saying? If there's a dude, you know what I'm saying? It's not his fault that he looks at a dude and is like, whoa, I want his dick. Or I want to give him my dick. Or, I want to kiss him on the cheek. Or whatever, whatever gay dudes think, you know what I'm saying? It's not their fault that they're thinking that, it's just natural shit, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, dick. Even though I have a dick, that's not even like a rationale, man. I just want it, you know what I'm saying? That's gay people, right? So, as I was saying, right, and I'm stalling right now, trying to remember what I was saying, and now I remember. I thought I was weird. Because these kids, they were like, yeah, I'd rather play volleyball and soccer and watch Doctor Who than to have sex with my girlfriend or just get girls to have sex with because they don't want it. And I thought that was weird, because naturally, in my mind, whoa, boobs, I want those, sexual desires, whatever. They explained to me that they don't have that. So, these dudes tell me, yeah, well, they didn't at the same time. Ask my friend, I don't watch porn. What? You don't watch porn? Dude, he doesn't watch porn. I don't watch porn either. What? You guys don't watch porn? Whoa. And it was 3 dudes. I was 1. 2 out of 3. I'm losing here. I'm the only freak who watches porn. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, you guys, do you jerk it? You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, we don't jerk off, whatever. I'm like, do you just get all the pussy in the world that you don't need to do? No, we don't have sex. No, I'm waiting until marriage. Yeah, I'm waiting until marriage. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, whatever. It's like, what? So what I did was I went out into the field and I started talking to people and saying, look, do you want sex? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought it was weird that I was like, not the only, well, yeah, I was the only dude. There's 3 dudes. I was 1. 2 didn't care about sex. I do. So I felt like such an outcast. I'm like, am I weird that I like want sex? Like I feel like I feel like the fat kid in a room full of skinny kids. Like, what? You guys don't want to eat a whole pizza by yourself? What? no, it's fine, just one slice, bro. Portion control. What, dude? What? Eat the whole fucking pizza, bro. Like, that was me. Like, dude, eat the pizza. They're like, no, I'll just nibble on the crust a little. Like, what are you gonna hug your girlfriend for 30 years, then you get fucking married and like, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just awkwardly touch her, caress her arm or something. Like, I don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? So that, I was basically a journalist going out in the field, asking dudes, asking girls, asking couples, do you want sex? Do you like sex? Are you going to wait till marriage? Do you even know? This one kid was like, fuck it, I'll just masturbate the rest of my life. And I'm like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So, that being said, I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and the dude from the Vice Network was there. And I gotta tell you, he's pretty inspiring. I want to be a journalist. I want to be out in the field like, hey, do you jerk it, man? Not like that, because he like goes to North Korea and shit. Oh yeah. This, I'll have things on my mind and then just talk around them until I remember what I was trying to say. I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and it was so funny that, first of all, Joe Rogan said some shit that I just clicked instantly. He was like, I was never raised, man. My parents are too busy. I was just dropped in the jungle. So I never really, like, got used to the thing. Like, yeah, I should focus in school. I should get a job. Well, he didn't really say that. He just said, be a basic person. Go to work. Go home. Hate your life. Go to bed. Do the same thing. I don't have that in me either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not this dude who's like, yeah, I got to do math homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So anyway, that clicked to me. But this dude, Joe Rogan was talking about that. It was like a real personal, yeah, I'm just different from society, man. And then like the dude from Vice is talking about how, yeah, we went to North Korea and we like, there's these like slavery camps and blah, blah, blah. And then Red Band, and I'm not making fun of him for saying this because it's a valid thing to say or worry about, but just the way that it came off after Joe Rogan is talking about how he wasn't raised by his parents, so he never got just things stapled into his mind like get a regular job, I don't know, be an accountant or some boring lame shit. And then the dude's talking about slavery camps in North Korea, and then Red Band comes up and he's just like he asked the dude from Vice, he's like, have you guys done anything about, like, the dolphins? And yeah, I guess I care about people killing dolphins for tuna. And it was actually a really interesting conversation they had. But I just thought it was really funny that Joe Rogan was talking about some deep, personal, social type shit that I connected to. And the dude from Vice is talking about some real fucked up, real interesting journalistic shit. And then this dude is just like, yeah, what about the dolphins? Just the way he said, like, there was no, like, he said dolphins. So at first I started laughing, but then they got into it. So I understood what he was saying. But he didn't even say the dolphins that are be shredding up into tuna cans across the United States. And all the dolphins are dying and there's no tuna in the ocean anymore because we have so much tuna. He didn't preface that with that. All he said was like, yeah, you guys do anything about dolphins? Like, just imagine the one guy, like, imagine it was like 3 dudes hanging out, and one of them was like, yeah, man, like my fucking parents, blah, blah, blah. And the other one's like, yeah, dude, North Korea, blah, blah. And this guy's like, what about dolphins, guys? Can we talk about dolphins real quick? Like, how cute are they? I thought it was really funny. Anyway. Ow! That's me lifting my leg. Ouch. Whew, even the other one hurts. But yeah, I'm really sore. Hopefully I can, after a day of rest, because I am Jesus, I'll be back up on my feet, literally, because I could barely walk right now. Anywho, there's this, I don't know, alright, check it out, guys. I do this podcast here on goodatstudios.us. I'm going to keep it real with you, right? I like podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I enjoy them. I used to listen to a bunch of albums, a bunch of music, nonstop music, just always listen to music. Now I just listen to podcasts all the time. I'd rather hear about conversations and interesting shit in people's life than, drugs, girls, whatever, social commentary music. That's cool. But I don't know. I just really like podcasts more. That being said, the path of least resistance. My main man, Rubber Toe. He's doing a podcast, Solo Dolo, right? And I gotta tell you, first episode off the rip, I really enjoyed that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you're listening to this, and if you are, that's incredible. That's cool. Thank you. Go listen to his The Path of Least Resistance. First episode called The Monologue. Uploaded March 19th to goodatstudios.us. Hosted by Rubber Toe. Or just Robert, I guess. Whatever. That's what it says there. Robert. If he wants to go by his fucking slave name. It's really good. I really enjoy it. And there's also a bunch of other podcasts on the website that I really enjoy. Also, the website got a fucking facelift. This bitch, it's looking dope. For some reason, I went to the website on my phone, and then it did some crazy flips and tricks and cool colors, and I'm like, oh my god, this is dope. So then I went to my computer, typed in goodatstudios.us, GOOD, good, at STUDIOS studios.us, us, right? We're networking. Type that shit in, enter, and the website looks super dope. It's really cool. If you don't give a shit about podcasts, well, you're listening to this, but whatever. Just check it out, because it's really fucking dope. It looks really cool. Also, check out the app if you have an Apple device. Go to the App Store, type in Good at Studios, one word, download it. But yeah, just go to goodatstudios.us, check out my main man's new podcast, The Path of Least Resistance. Episode 1 I really enjoyed it. So yeah, go to goodatstudios.us. There's this green button that says Amazon click-through. When you're right there, click that bitch. It'll take you straight to Amazon. What I do is I cleared out my browser. I click that button. So what it does is, if you look at the toolbar, it doesn't just say Amazon.com. It goes blah, 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 and it gives a code saying that you went there through the website. So what I do is I go and I bookmark it. So every time I type in Amazon, it's going to go to that. And then, whatever you buy, it's going to help, give money towards the network, the studio, whatevs, right? Because I'll tell you what's not free, right? Hard work, hours of editing, hours of producing, just hosting a website, that's not free. Getting the app developed, having the app, that's not free, right? Giving a shit, that's not free. So if you're gonna buy something on Amazon, don't just, let me just go to Amazon.com. This is what you do. Clear your website history. Well, but I don't give a shit. Just go to goodatstudios.us, click the Amazon click-through button, and then buy something. Or just bookmark it so you know that to always use that link, and then buy something. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does is we're scamming the man, bro. We're going to Amazon, right? You're already shopping there. They don't know that. They think you're shopping because we told you to. Whoa, scamming the man, bro. We're going to take him down. You know what I'm saying? Amazon goes, here's a fucking penny, dude. And eventually those pennies add up to, I don't know, not going into the red. And I'm pretty sure the red is negative in funds for providing you people with free quality content. This has been JessesBlog, episode 5, Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, let me know so next week I could come back with a better episode. Or if you did like it, please let me know so next week I could come back with a better episode. Check it out. Twitter.com/goodatjessew. GOODATJESSEW. If you have a Twitter, follow me. Tell me, hey, I did enjoy it. Hey, I did not enjoy it. Hey, you're the man. Hey, you suck. Tell me anything, bro. Facebook.com/JessesBlog. JESSESBLOG. Right? Go there. Post on my wall. Hey, really liked your podcast. Hey, your podcast fucking sucks, bro. Also, Facebook.com/GoodAtStudios. I'm not even gonna say that. Guys, you're smart. You know how to spell it, right? But at the end of the day, right? Go to goodatstudios.us and support me and us. Support us. Everyone on the website, hard workers. All we want to do is provide free and quality content. All right. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed. goodatstudios.us. Click the green button and check out the other content on there. Check out The Path of Least Resistance. That's a new one. Show love to him and me. And, yeah, bye. I've been your host, Jesse. No, I can't think of anything cool. All right, bye.